The Eagles are now 2-3 after losing to the Vikings on Sunday, 23-21. Too many mistakes. Read on for a recap of the game, I guess. Fourth quarter Vikings 10th drive, Elliott's onside kick is bobbled by the Vikings. Eagles had a real chance to recover but Minnesota has it. That's game. Eagles 11th drive, Eagles drive down to the 8-yard line with 1:15 remaining in the game. Wentz hits Ertz for a touchdown. Really nice throw and catch. Need an onside kick now. Vikings lead, 23-21. Vikings 9th drive, Vikings pounding the rock with Latavius Murray. Working the clock. Vikings get to 3rd and 1 from their own 44-yard line. Vikings fake a run and hit Kyle Rudolph for a first. Vikings get to 3rd and 8 from the Eagles' 36-yard line. Need the defense to come up big here. Cousins completes to Diggs but Darby tackles him short of the sticks. Eagles take their final timeout of the game with 2:51 remaining. Sidney Jones is hurt. Vikings line up for a 52-yard field. It's good. 2-possession game with 2:47 remaining. Eagles have no timeouts. Eagles 10th drive, Shelton Gibson called for an illegal formation on first down. Wentz's second down pass to Jeffery is thrown a little short, though he had a chance to catch it. Would have been real difficult. Vikings get called for a neutral zone infraction to bring up 2nd and 10. Wentz gets called for intentional grounding to bring up 3rd and 20. Wentz hits Jeffery at the marker but the receiver drops it as he's drilled in the back. Really needed that. Eagles line up to go for it on 4th and 20 but end up taking the penalty. Then a punt. Big wasted opportunity to get no points after starting on the Vikings' 30-yard line. He should have tried a 57-yarder with Elliott there. Vikings 8th drive, Peterson makes a real dumb decision to throw the challenge flag on a play where Treadwell was clearly in bounds. No idea what triggered that decision. Eagles down to just 1 timeout remaining. Cousins throws a pass backwards to his running back in the backfield, and it's dropped. That's a fumble. Nigel Bradham recovers. Wow. Eagles 9th drive, Wentz keeps the ball and runs for an easy first. Aguilar fights through contact to set up 3rd and 1. Eagles call a pass and Wentz throws the ball away with nothing available for him. Eagles going for it on 4th and 1. Wentz lines up in the gun. Peterson calls a timeout right before the ball is snapped. Wentz throws to Jeffery on a comeback and it's complete. Wow. How many times does that play work out of 100? Risky. Wentz throws a fade to Smallwood and it's good for a touchdown. One ref say it's incomplete but another say it's a score. They conference and it's called a touchdown. Eagles go for 2 points for some reason. Wentz tosses to Smallwood and running back makes a defender miss before diving into the end zone. Big balls dug is back. Vikings lead, 20-14. Third quarter Eagles 9th drive, Wentz ducks from pressure and runs for a 2-yard gain. Wentz completes a pass to Ertz for a 21-yard gain. Smallwood runs to set up 2nd and 1. Encouraging. Vikings 7th drive, Eagles defense forces a 3-and-out. Needed that. Eagles 8th drive, Aguilar called for a false start on first down. He was called for an illegal formation penalty earlier. Wentz hits Jeffery for a big catch and run over the middle. Harrison Smith got crossed over. Eagles get to the 15-yard line but Wentz is sacked for an 8-yard loss after holding on to the ball too long. Eagles have to settle for a field goal to make it 2-possession game once again. Vikings lead, 20-6. Vikings 6th drive, Cousins airs it out deep despite facing pressure and it's completed to Thielen. Jalen Mills beat. Thielen takes it down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Now the defense is falling apart. Cool. Vikings get to the 4-yard line but a pair of Mills pass breakups force Minnesota to settle for a field goal. Cox gets in Mills' face after the corner starts to get into it with Thielen. 3-possession game. Vikings lead, 20-3. Eagles' 7th drive. The Eagles' first play of the second half is a 7-yard run by Ajayi. Pedersen's call earns sarcastic cheers. Ajayi's second down run goes for a 4-yard loss. Trying to get a little too cute, instead of taking what's there. 3rd and 7, Wentz completes a pass to Smallwood for a first down. First Eagles' third down conversion of the game. Smallwood then takes a carry up the middle for 13 yards. Ajayi runs for 9 yards. Refs call an illegal formation on no. 19 on the Eagles. There is no number 19 on the Eagles. Eagles move deep into scoring territory. Ajayi fumbles and the Vikings recover. Trying to do too much. What a nightmare. Second quarter Eagles' 6th drive. Eagles run out the rest of the first half. Fans are now chanting, "Refs you suck." Vikings' 5th drive. Chris Long has Cousins dead in the backfield on 3rd down, but he falls for the pump fake and Cousins completes it for a first down. Whoop. Cousins gets sacked by Michael Bennett, and the refs throw a flag for roughing the passer. Just an absolute garbage call. No idea what else he's supposed to do there. Couple plays later, Cousins hits Thielen for a touchdown. Eagles fans are pissed off. Loud boos and asshole chants. Someone even threw a beer can on the field. Vikings lead, 17-3. Eagles' 5th drive. Eagles can't get anything going. Offense gets heavily booed after Zach Ertz commits a false start to bring up 3rd and 12. Wentz's 3rd down pass to Alshon Jeffrey over the middle of the field is incomplete. Difficult throw. Wentz had Aguilar wide open but didn't see him. Offense just sucks right now. Eagles' 4th drive. Wentz completes his first throw of the drive to Nelson Aguilar for a first down. Nice to see Nelly's hands are back. Jay Ajayi takes a toss for a first down. Then Wentz hits Dallas Goedert for another first. Offense starting to click here? Nope. Wentz gets hit as he throws and the ball gets fumbled into the air. Linval Joseph recovers it in air and runs it back 64 yards for a Vikings touchdown. Eagles offense can't catch a break. It was Lane Johnson who surrendered the pressure, by the way. Second week in a row he's allowed a strip sack. Shell of his 2017 form. Vikings lead, 10-3. Vikings' 4th drive. Vikings methodically move down the field thanks to some help from poor tackling by the Eagles' defense. Corey Graham has to leave the field after getting banged up. Ronald Darby puts a big hit on a Vikings running back to bring up 3rd and 10. He's hurt and Rasul Douglas is in. Jim Schwartz sends the blitz on 3rd down and Cousins' throw is off target. Vikings settle for a 45-yard field goal attempt. Bailey misses it again. Well, Vikings. Eagles' 3rd drive. Wentz airs it out deep to Shelton Gibson for a 48-yard gain. Hey, maybe play that guy more. Eagles have 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line but can't get a first down. Smallwood drops a pass despite the Vikings leaving him uncovered. Elliott 30-yard field goal ties the game. Tie game, 3-3. Vikings' 3rd drive continued. Fletcher Cox pressures Cousins into a short completion and the Vikings have to punt. First quarter Vikings' 3rd drive. Cousins has Diggs open down the field but just overthrows him by a lot. That sets up 3rd and 8 from the Vikings' own 12-yard line. Minnesota barely converts on a Laquan Treadwell reception. Graham comes up with his first sack of the year to set up 3rd and 13. Eagles' 2nd drive. Eagles run play action away from Sumala's side for a short completion to Ertz. Wendell Smallwood gets the first carry. On 3rd and inches, the Eagles run a toss to Josh Adams. He's tackled for a loss. I mean, why not run him up the middle there? Or run a sneak with Wentz? Not a fan of that play call at all. Come on, Doug. Vikings' 2nd drive. Cousins hits Stephon Diggs for a 24-yard gain. Vikings sure not struggling to move the ball early on. Vikings get to 3rd and 3 in the red zone. Jalen Mills knocks it down and then gives a shrug after the play instead of his finger wag. Bailey comes in for the 37-yard field goal attempt. It's good this time. Vikings lead 3-0. Eagles' first drive, Isaac Seumalo gets the start at left guard. Carson Wentz's first pass is ugly. Xavier Rhodes had a chance to pick him on a short throw meant for Alshon Jeffrey. Wentz completes his second throw to Zach Ertz to bring up 3rd and 7. Then Wentz is sacked on 3rd down for a 15-yard loss. Guess which offensive lineman got beat on the play? Wait, how do you guess it was Seumalo? Vikings' first drive, Kirk Cousins and the Vikings are welcomed to the field with very loud boos. He completes his first 2 passes of the game to move the chains. His 3rd attempt is good for a 24-yard gain to Adam Thielen despite pressure bearing down on him. Cousins scrambles to set up 3rd and 1. Vikings run the ball and it's good for a 1st down. Brandon Graham bats Cousins' 3rd down pass at the line and it's incomplete. Vikings have to settle for a field goal attempt. Dan Bailey comes in for the 28-yarder and it's no good. Doinks off the left upright. Coin toss, Eagles win the toss and elect to defer, as they usually do. Vikings up first. Pre-game, this is your live updates thread. Check back for highlights, commentary, score changes, etc. If you're looking to talk about the game in the comments, you can click here for the first quarter open thread and follow along for the remaining threads throughout the game. Game information: the Eagles are back in Philadelphia this weekend for their biggest game of the season to date. After blowing a 17-3 lead to the Titans last Sunday, the reigning Super Bowl champions find themselves 2-2 at the quarter pole. But the Eagles will hardly be the only desperate team in this matchup. The Minnesota Vikings will be looking to avoid dropping to 1-3-1. Both sides have their warts. The Eagles' secondary has been struggling. The Vikings' defense hasn't been able to replicate their peak 2017 form. Many's defensive struggles date back to when the Eagles blew out Mike Zimmer's unit earlier this year in the NFC Championship game. Revenge may very well be on the Vikings' mind, but it won't be easy for the road challenges. Philadelphia has the best home record in the NFL since the beginning of the 2016 season. Here's everything you need to know about how to watch today's game. TV schedule date: Sunday, October 7, 2018. Time: 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Channel: Fox. Announcers: Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews. Field reporter: Referee: Walt Coleman. Eagles 11-9 in 20 Coleman games. Location: Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. NFL Network replay: TBA Radio, Sports Radio 94 WIP, Sirius 127, Min 83, Fi XM 383, Min 225, Fi. Full listings here. Online streaming: NFL Sunday Ticket, NFL Game Pass, Fubo TV, NFL Live on Yahoo Sports, Fox Sports Go. Odds per Bovada. The Eagles are standard home favorites. Minnesota Vikings 3-100, Philadelphia Eagles -3, -120. History lesson: the Eagles are 10-13 in 23 regular season games against Minnesota. The Eagles are 4-0 in 4 playoff games against Minnesota. Dating back to 1989, the Vikings are 1-8 when playing in Philadelphia. You all know that one Vikings win. You also know that one of the Vikings' losses happened earlier this year. 38-7. BGN Radio Preview Podcast. Click here or listen below. BGN Facebook page. Click here to like our page. BGN Twitter. Follow at Bleeding Green. BGN Manager Brandon Lee Godin. Follow at Brandon Godin. Eagles 2018 regular season schedule: Week 1 versus Atlanta Falcons, Sept. 6, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. NBC NFL kickoff game: Week 2 at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, September 16th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox, Week 3 versus Indianapolis Colts, Sept. 23, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox, Week 4 at Tennessee Titans, September 30th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox, Week 5 versus Minnesota Vikings, October 7, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox, Week 6 at New York Giants, October 11, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox, NFLN, Thursday Night Football Week 7 vs. Carolina Panthers, October 21st, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox, Week 8 at Jacksonville Jaguars, October 28, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, NFLN, London Game Week 9 by November 4. Week 10 vs. Dallas Cowboys, November 11th, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, NBC, Sunday Night Football Week 11 at New Orleans Saints, November 18, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox, Week 12 vs. New York Giants, November 25th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox, Week 13 vs. Washington Redskins, Deck 3, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN, Monday Night Football Week 14 at Dallas Cowboys, Deck 9, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox, Week 15 at Los Angeles Rams, December 16, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, NBC, Sunday Night Football Week 16 vs. Houston Texans, Deck 23, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS, Week 17 at Washington Redskins, Deck 30, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox.